So welcome to Wednesday evening, and no plan, just having a little ride out tonight. Been stuck in the house all day, I needed to get out. So it's an absolute balmy 24 degrees today, and it was 10 degrees yesterday in the northwest. What a difference clear skies and the sun makes. I've got some new levers coming which are from Light Tech, and we'll see what they're like. So I'm going to take the Chinese crappy ones off and put something finally a little bit better on. So they should arrive tomorrow, so we'll get those on and see what we think. And then I'm very tempted to buy some different rear sets for the bike, just to have some full adjustability and a bit of extra bling. And also I'm thinking of the Light Tech R1s. So let's have a look at the levers tomorrow and see what we think. So I'm also waiting for a bike lock to arrive. Not going to say much more, but it's in my mind one of the best bike locks for not being able to get it off. On this one you can actually put it right through both of the front wheel discs, and literally there's no room to get a grinder in to grind this thing off. That's also on its way, I believe, so we'll have a review of that and a look at that. Quite fancy myself getting one of those. So I just want to say very much big thank you to the recent Patreons that have joined up to MotoUK, and also if there's anyone else out there, we do have an offer on Patreon at the moment. So it's there's two tiers. There's $5 or $10, and it's a monthly payment to help support the channel, help me keep buying bits and reviewing all this gear for you. And the incentive is you get a t-shirt. So you get a Black Series MotoUK t-shirt for a $5, and you get one of our Black Series MotoUK hoodies for a $10 tier. So have a look down in the description. You'll find the link there where you can go on and have a look. And for all those that are new subscribers or want to be a subscriber, it all helps. Hit the subscribe button, get those numbers up, and also for all the existing guys watching, keep hitting that bell. Like or dislike, doesn't matter. It all helps the channel and helps it to grow. So thank you very much for all my subscribers that have stuck with me through the lockdown period and the virus period. It's not over yet. We're only over the hump. Long way to go yet. So stay safe out there. So I've had a few requests on the channel, and from myself asking you what you want to see next, guys. And quite a few of you enjoyed the cafe series. There was about probably about 6 or 7 that I never got round to doing before the winter hit. So I'm going to continue that series, and that will kick off, of course, when the cafes and things start opening up. But that looks like it's going to be June, July time now, which is a shame, but it has to be. A few cyclists out today, getting some exercise in, keeping 2 meters apart. About 6 o'clock in the evening, down to about 20 degrees now. Lovely temperature. So I believe after we sort of eased the lockdown a little bit in England, and not Scotland and Wales, for actually taking a drive to a destination or a ride. So I believe that Scotland will be next at the end of this month. So in a week to 10 days time, they're going to come out of it to this status that we're in as well now. So I'm not sure why they didn't do it at the same time, but they have their reasons. So yeah, it'll be nice. Scotland will be open and available, but I don't think it's quite ready for us to go touring and hitting the roads up there yet. But good for the guys that live in Scotland that'll be able to get out. So we've got Thorpe's Fish and Chips just there, all open. A few bikers there getting some chips for the evening. And we're going to head down to Barton Grange and just have a look, see if the garden centre's open now. I need some stuff for the garden, a few plants and things. So a nice little run down the A6 here. So I was talking to a good work colleague of mine who lives in Tuscany in Italy today, and they're about 3 weeks in front of us with all of this virus stuff that's going around. And he was saying that most of the food, coffees and things from the cafes which are now opening up are double the price than it was 8-10 weeks ago. And of course cafes are opening up, but they're only allowed now because of the social distancing to have say if they could seat 60 before, now they can only seat maybe 25-30 people, so half the amount of people. So they're putting the prices up. What do you think of that? I think they have to survive. It makes me wonder about this country when things start to open up, cafes, restaurants and social distancing. Will it be the same, or will the government put a block on them increasing prices? Personally, we need to get the country back on its feet, and if prices do go up a little bit, it doesn't really bother me that much. We need to support all the local businesses in the UK, even if we're allowed holidays this year, which doesn't look like it's going to be the case. We need to not go abroad. Even if we could, I don't think I would currently, but yeah, we need to support your local businesses, guys. Local food shops and greengrocers, if you still have them, and it's not all big retail supermarkets. And we need to get behind local business, get the country and them back on their feet once they're allowed to open up again. Such a shame. So I had about a week ago, a few of you know I post some of my videos Facebook groups, so regular MT10 ones and even VFR ones, VFR 800 groups, a lot of guys in there. Mainly the videos that are not specific in the other groups to an MT10. But yeah, so I thought, okay, so people can't go abroad at the moment, and you know, a lot of people are changing their travel plans to go to Scotland or Wales eventually to do some camping as well. So I plucked out a last year's video actually of my camping gear, and you know, I've been through about 5 or 6 tents so far, so I think I've settled on a pretty good one, and I just wanted to share that with the channel. So I put it on a few, and I put it on Ride 5000, you know, the MCN channel, and I've been putting videos on there for a few years now, never had an issue. And then the camping one, which was just about my camping gear, what I think of my camping gear and what I've used in the past, and a few tips and tricks and things. One guy came back to me with a comment really slating me, saying, oh, you're putting this on here and you're trying to make money from us, blah blah blah. And I said, sorry, no, I'm just putting bike related stuff on a Facebook group, you know, because of the reasons I've just said. And he kept coming back with comments, kept coming back, and I was really polite with him. A few other guys were chipping in saying, hey guy, what's your problem, and why are you having a go at him? Yeah, so my YouTube channel's now monetized. It wasn't a couple of weeks ago, but believe me, I get absolutely pennies from YouTube. So it's not a multi-million subscriber channel where you earn a decent amount of money from YouTube. It is actually pennies. So he kept coming back, must have been 20 comments, and in the end I just said, look, I've got better things to do with my day than waste my time talking to you. Still he kept coming back with comments then to other people. He just didn't give up. Obviously this guy reported me to Ride 5000, and eventually they took the video off, which I'm not bothered about, and I even unsubscribed myself from that group. And yeah, I just wondered if you had any issues with Facebook groups in the past. I've never come across many problems with them. At the end of the day, we're all bikers, and we're all putting bike related stuff. And I actually said to the guy, I said, so it's okay to put a picture of a bike but not a video, you know, it's just I put all my videos on YouTube and then I'll share them from there. You know, it was a perfectly innocent camping gear video that many thousands of people have watched and commented on, and actually took advice from my experience of buying rubbish tents and camping gear, and then finally getting something that's half decent for motorcycling. So yeah, he was having a right old rant at me. I just gave up in the end. It's not worth it. And then I looked at the guy's profile, and he's never posted anything in any of the that group, Ride 5000. Never put a post ever. But then all he does is troll through it. I don't know what they call them. They call them a troller or something. There is a name for people that do that, and all they can do is whinge and complain about other people. But he was definitely one of them. And at the end of the day, it's all genuine, you know. It's my experiences I'm putting on there, and if you don't like it, you don't have to click on it. You don't have to watch it. Nobody's forcing you to. You see a thumbnail and a title, and if it's something you're interested in, you click on it. Same as everything else on YouTube. Anyway, what a beautiful evening. Must say the bike feels better now. I've got some air in the tyres, but they weren't as low as I thought they were. So I've been throwing around ideas and contemplating getting an airbag or an airbag jacket. I think I mentioned in a previous video about RST are bringing an airbag jacket out. Now the problem is they're not cheap, for one. Although RST, the jackets, are probably only about £100 more with the airbag in. They only do them in certain types yet, and they're not available till June. And then I've seen the separate ones like Helite and I believe Alpine Stars, and even Dainese have released one that you can wear underneath your jacket, and I think that's what I'm gonna have to go for, because if I do commit to a new RST jacket, the problem is I wear a summer jacket like I've got on now. You've probably seen the mirror, another one from RST. And then I've got my big adventure jacket, which I wear in winter. So I'd just be wearing two different jackets, and in winter I'd be okay, but in the summer I wouldn't be covered. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do yet. So if anyone has an air vest out there that they've got, whether it be a Helite or an inbuilt one, then please share what you've got and tell me your opinion on it. Just past Walling's Ice Cream. One of my subscribers, David, will be there hopefully soon. Be good to meet up with you, David, once all this is over and we're allowed to, and I'll buy you an ice cream. So we're just going to head right here at the Manor Inn. Glass and Dock to your left just there, and I wonder how the pub's doing here. I believe the pub burnt down a while back. So yeah, all the roof's burnt off it. Shame that. I used to like stopping at the Stalk to get a shandy and a bag of crisps on the way home. Somebody mentioned Laloon Cafe from the cafe series. I think it was episode 1. Actually, if you turn left at the Stalk there, just down the road there around the corner, that's where Cafe de Lune is, but it's closed until further notice. That'll take some money to get that Stalk back to working order again. At least they've got time to do it while this situation's on. This little blue Toyota's not hanging about in front. I was expecting to be passing it at some stage, but she's fair old motoring, and not that I'm in any rush. I'm just taking it nice and steady on a glorious Wednesday evening. World looks better, doesn't it, when the sun's out? All the green, the colour. Lovely part of the world. Just coming back into Lancaster now. I think I'll have a ride down by the canal just to get a thumbnail picture for this video. Some very expensive big houses down this road. few big humps too. All of the houses on here, there's no two houses alike. They're all plots of land that were sold, and every house is different, which is lovely. Some of the houses down this end, they actually back onto the canal, so the whole garden just runs down to the canal. A couple of squirrels there running through that garden. Don't know if you caught that on camera. A couple of grey squirrels. Little humpback bridge, and we'll just head down here, get a photo. So you can see the houses, they back onto the canal just here. Lovely place. Done. God, I needed to crack the visor up and get some air in. A few little duckies there, look. Going down the river, or the canal. They all want feeding. Not going to get any food from me. But what a lovely place. This will take you down to Old Cliff down here. And we're just going to turn around, head back home.